Hello again, and thank you, past viewers, for your support. If you are new, welcome and please like and share if you enjoy the content. Today we're bringing you 10 strange and chilling clips from around the web. From an animal to be feared caught on a driveway, a blue, glowing figure passing through a gas station, a zombie-type entity seen through an apartment window, to a homeowner experiencing unexplainable poltergeist activities. Imagine yourself in these situations. Some of these videos are bound to leave you on the edge of your seat. Some footage that you have to see to believe. So sit back, buckle up, and prepare to have your mind blown. The truth is stranger than fiction, and in some cases, it's also terrifying. Thanks for watching. In this video, uploaded to Reddit, we're sharing footage that was captured by a backyard security camera late at night. The uploader was puzzled, as I am, and was looking towards the community for a possible explanation. As the video begins, we can see the peaceful and quiet backyard. But as the minutes pass, something strange begins to happen. A thick, ghostly mist starts to appear out of nowhere, slowly, moving across the backyard towards the home. It looks to be a very clear and dry night. There isn't any fog or mist in sight. So, for some cloud of smoke or fog to appear out of nowhere is a bit odd, I would think. For a moment, it seems as though something is about to materialize out of the mist. But just as suddenly as it appeared, the mist begins to dissipate, disappearing into the night, or into the home. As the mist reaches its fullest extent, it almost feels as though we're looking into another realm. The security lights struggle to pierce through the thick fog, and the atmosphere takes on a hauntingly ethereal quality. Most commenters suggesting some form of man-made smoke. But honestly, if it were to be that, I think we would see a source, rather just appearing to materialize out of nowhere, and the smoke is very thick, almost cloud-like. And the movement of the ghostly fog, to me, it feels a lot slower than any natural smoke would move. This footage has left us with more questions than answers. Is this mist a natural occurrence, or is it something paranormal? We'll leave that up to you to decide. Leave your thoughts and theories in the comments below.
Number 2.
Imagine that you live in an apartment, and it's at night. It's 3 a.m. to be exact, and you would figure that the outside street should be empty, right? But what if it wasn't? What if you saw someone or something standing there, motionless, in the middle of the street, looking at you? What would you do? How would you feel? Uploaded to TikTok by 4 horror fans, we are put in just that situation. After hearing strange noises from within her home, the uploader decides that the best course of action was to get out as quickly as possible. as if she forgot about the scary person outside, looking into her apartment. A creepy situation, I would say. What would you have done?
Oh my god, I think there's something coming in my room. I don't know.
Me, I'd probably stay inside. But who really knows until I'm actually in a situation like that?
Number 3.
Imagine yourself coming home at night to barely escape encountering a terrifying creature at your door. Literally. Seconds later. This is what was caught on a security camera, looking out to the driveway of the uploader's home. I would say that 90% of the time, it's those creatures that we know exists that can do some real damage. And it is best to stay far away from, or avoid entirely, in the wild. And yes, if it's not in a zoo, then the outside of your home can be just as wild. Let's see what they caught. We can see that it is not paranormal, but it is a creature that can be very dangerous. A bear is what it looks like to me. Glad they were able to see it on camera rather than in person. Because if that happened, who knows what they might have caught on film.
Number 4.
In the next video, we are at Pacacamac, Peru, where this sighting was mentioned by one of our commenters, Hillbilly Tarzan, to check out. I thought it was great footage of something unexplainable at many levels, and was a must-share for our viewers. Posted in 2016 to YouTube by Enigmas en la Historia, we are looking through what looks to be a security camera from a gas station in Pacacamac, Peru. There were 2 videos recorded. This security camera clip and a second phone camera clip which, I believe, the originator, is named Anthony Choi. According to the Mirror.uk interview, Dr. Choi has been investigating UFO sightings for 25 years.
Es cuando ya ella se da cuenta.
He described the creature as about 2 foot tall with a head shaped like a pumpkin and red eyes. It had a dome-like skull that shined blue glowing lights. It is very hard to make out what it is, but we can see it is on foot and looks to be lost, and looking around its surroundings, as it walks towards the left of our view.
Ahí se encuentran cara a cara con Juan.
We can see that someone on foot notices it, and was curious enough to approach the entity. He also looks to be surprised, and cautious, as what he was looking at, and was concerned enough not to get too close. They look at each other for a moment, and as the person backs off, the anomaly looks to lift off the ground, and hover in midair with ease.
Ahí es donde vuela. Ay, Se puede ver clarita sus patitas.
Then a couple more bystanders are seen running towards the figure to investigate further. The being seems to be a bit frightened as it looks to float towards the road, away from the two new onlookers approaching it.
Así. ¿No puede ser un drone?
Then, the second clip plays, which I assume Dr. Choi took from a camera phone. It looks to be a closer look at the anomaly. Here, we see a better shot of what the security camera could not pick up. Amazingly, the entity is glowing blue.
Se nos escapó de nosotros, deja. Ah, la mierda, siento espinita mi cuerpo. Ah.
Cálmate.
Me dio cosas,
Cálmate.
Me paralizó ahí.
Sí. Es una persona, Una persona, es un globo.
No, estaba caminando.
Persona, está caminando. El globo estaba caminando.
Estaba caminando esa verdad.
Estaba caminando. Está loca, mira, se metió ahí y se quedó.
Sí, no sé, si estamos yendo. Estamos yendo atrás de él, se nos fue. Se nos corrió.
Se retrocedió.
Si estaba caminando ahí.
Sí, estaba caminando.
Estamos yendo y se nos va. Se nos fue, está allá.
Tengan cuidado.
Está allá. Mira.
Es una persona y va a llegar otra vez.
Oh, huevón, míralo, mira. Mira, ¿por qué sigue hasta ahí? Mira, ¿por qué no se...?
Debió irse más
Based on the interview with Mirror.uk, Dr. Choi claimed, when it moved, it was completely silent. Which, in this case, would rule out a drone or some remote-controlled toy. He also confirmed it was not a balloon, and the video shows the movements to suggest that. In the beginning it appeared to be walking like a penguin. And then hovering in between, then gliding away. As it stands in the middle of the road, the onlookers sound more concerned as a large truck was headed directly in its path. Oddly, the truck passed right through it. Moments later, it is on the other side of the road. Just wow. It makes me wonder if what we witnessed was something interdimensional. In other words, being able to defy human physics from gliding to floating air silently and then go through an oncoming truck unscathed, makes me think that it can move freely in all spaces, up, down, left, right, and can materialize or dematerialize as it wishes. If it is not man-made, it is hard to explain what we just saw. And remember, we have witness testimony of seeing and reacting to the silent entity. Witnesses also saying it was not a drone or man-made. We see the glowing colors of blue was a bit odd, and in this photo looks to be part of some suit. There isn't any more context to what we just saw, but we can say this whole incident was bizarre for sure. This event occurred in 2016, so I imagine it is hard to find any new follow-ups on this. I must say that this clip left me with more questions than answers.
5.
And here, we see some dust particle, or maybe an orb, followed by some faint sound. This was recorded while the residents were sleeping. Oddly, the only time that we see an orb particle is right before we hear those whelping sounds. The events caused the uploader to ask the Reddit community for opinions. There was one comment that provoked the uploader to look at the video closer when they mentioned they saw a face from under the baby's crib. Here is second post from the OP. When I look at it, I think it is a close-up shot of the orb passing by. It's hard for me to see a face, and immediately I would think of the word pareidolia, where, in essence, our minds tend to form a picture or pattern that really isn't there. Maybe some other viewers see what I can't. Leave your comments below.
Number 6.
Posted to TikTok by Mr. List Paranormal. There isn't any context, but we can see footage from a static camera. We are in a home. A room, facing some stairs just beyond the entrance. We don't know the time of day, or why he is recording, but we see the lights are off, and the only source of light is from the camera recording. This is what he caught. As he starts the recording, probably to leave it on for the night, he goes upstairs, when, seconds later we see an eerie shadow figure follow shortly. Slowing it down and zooming in a little, we can see it looks beastly. On top of that, as the camera changes focus on the moving door into the room, we see an eerie face from within the closet. To me, that is too much bizarreness for one night, and without context or follow-ups, is hard to digest.
Number 7.
From Reddit user, Club77, we are looking at a photo of something that shouldn't be there. Besides the baby in the photo, there were only 2 people in the home, and the uploader was curious as to how something that looks like an elderly person was caught on the baby monitor. We can see that it is above the crib, looking like it is reaching to pick up the baby. Oddly, it looks to be wearing baby attire, and the age of the mysterious person is on the elderly side, yet looks to be wearing something we would see a child in. Commenters suggesting camera malfunction from being an artifact from a previous frame. If it were to be that, I would say that is a high-quality artifact. I would have liked to see if there was some recording from the baby monitor, rather than just a photo. Nevertheless, if this apparition caught on the baby cam was truly unexplainable, then I would feel a bit nervous leaving my child alone.
Number 8.
Uploaded to YouTube by Mr. UFO Guy. The uploader reported a UFO sighting in Guatemala City in January of 2022. The videographer manages to capture great footage of what looks to be an unknown craft in the skies. I don't see any other stories related to the upload, which would be nice, as this footage seems to capture, clearly, an unidentified object in the air, hovering silently above the recorder. The object emits yellow and red lights. We can also make out that it is triangular in shape. Nice upload.
Number 9.
Sleep is a necessity for all of us. It helps us clear our minds, relieve our stresses, and feel refreshed for the next challenge to come. Aside from the occasional nightmare, it is essential for us to get good rest. So, having this sanctuary interrupted by poltergeist activity would downright be awful, wouldn't you think? Imagine yourself sleeping peacefully, and from out of nowhere, you feel a strong force grab your legs, violently trying to pull you out of bed. How would you react? What would you do afterwards? Could you go back to sleep? Would you pack your bags and not look back? Well, this person in this video was put just in that predicament. Without any context given as to why it was recorded, it is hard to determine what we just saw. If anything, it puts an image in my mind that, when I lay in bed tonight, to check my surrounding for something to grab to, in case it happens to me.
Number 10.
TikTok user, PeachAssassin99, has some interesting footage of her haunted home, and has recorded some amazing evidence there. In this video we see that she is playing with her cat at the kitchen when this happens.
Did you do that?
Wow, the bottle of vodka was knocked down by itself with some force. I would have reacted the same way. And in this clip, we hear the water running at its highest level.
Literally just turned back on as soon as I said.
We can clearly hear and see that after she turns it off, it goes back on. So creepy. And that spirit is so terrible to be wasting water like that.
Oh my god. Luna.
And then we hear some terrible knocking. And it was 3 times, a possible demonic entity. If it couldn't get any creepier, the doorbell rings rapidly, and you probably guessed right. No one was there. Wow. I've got the chills. In this final video, we see the dogs and the uploader suddenly begin to be very alert and guarded. We can see the dogs go near the window, as if they sense something outside. This is what they caught. Not only are poltergeist activities occurring daily within the home, we can see that unexplainable things are even happening outside. In another video, we see video from an outdoor security camera of something peculiar. As the static camera records, we can make out a ghostly figure, frantically, moving around in the backyard towards a forest. What are we even looking at? She has no idea who or what it is. It appears to be pacing back and forth in front of the tree line. I am genuinely afraid of that home and wish the best possible outcome for the uploader. But what do you think? Would you have moved out a long time ago? Or would you find a way to get rid of that unnatural being in the home? I don't know about you, but for me, both ideas would be strongly considered.